Alright guys, we're doing a video here. So basically we're gonna pick up a Copart car. We're 3 hours away. So I'm gonna show you the experience of picking up a Copart car. Got it for 2.6k, £500-600 in fees. So Golf GTI Mark 6. But yeah, you're gonna see the car. So I've got 3 hours left. We're going on the way there now. So yeah, we'll see you there. But first I want to show you how I even got to choose this car in the first place. So I'm using Copart here. And I'm in the account, it costs £100 for the year. And these are the factors from my research is what led me to choose this car. The main view from what I've seen is if you look at the sticker on the window, it would have a lot number and it'll have a letter on the end. From what I know, X means that it's just been written off and sent directly from the insurance company. If it's P is private, from what I know, don't quote me though, but do your research. And also if it's a pure sale, so that means it will just, whatever the bid goes for, it will just sell for that price. If it's on approval, then it'll be like, if you bid for it and you win the bid, the company would have to approve if the sale would go through. And to me, if a company would have to approve the sale to go through based on the price, it just sounds a bit dodgy. Like they know the value of the car and they just want a certain price. And if it's not like you got a good deal, but with pure sales directly from insurance company, you might get a good deal because no one's approving whether or not the final price is what you get. So, but this is an example of a car I'll look at. For example, this is an M4 competition. The mileage is really low. We're looking at 48,656 miles, and the damage isn't that big. So the key issue is that I think the axle is broken. So that's the reason why it says engine starts but it doesn't drive. So if it runs and drives, that's the fair play. You got the best condition you can get, actually drives. But if it just starts, you'll come to think that there's an issue with the car. There's also an engine light as well. It does still hold its RPM, so it's not like it's completely dead, like the engine starts, but it's got an engine light and one of the rims is out whilst I was on straight. So I'm guessing there's an axle issue, maybe a rad as well, maybe a sensor. You know, the issue could be big. We don't know. There's a risk with this. For this right now, the bid is £16,000, and it's got 19 hours left. So I would think that this would go for 20 grand. The best thing to look at as well is they have a vehicle report if you pay for the subscription, and it gives you all the details of the car from factory. So like, you know, the color, the year, the price paid at dealership, number of previous owners. So this only had one previous owner, and the miles per gallon, all of that stuff. If you scroll down a bit more, you get the history. So when it was first registered, MOT, the last few MOTs. So for example, this one failed in 2025, which is quite recent, and then they redone it and it passed. So then that tells us that firstly, this mileage is correct. So we're actually getting this mileage here. But also that it's past MOT. So it's kept up to, you know, the main thing you're gonna look for is the mileage. If there's any discrepancies between each mileage, you don't know if it's been downclocked. Some people might downclock it right after they write it off. So they get a good value for the car. You never know. They might have written off on purpose. You don't know these things. There's a lot of potential issues you come across. And so I've looked up a similar car, similar specs. So this is an M4 comp, similar mileage as well, 44,000 miles, and it's going for £21,000. So this is just off Auto Trader, so I could buy this right now. And with Copart, you kind of want to get a better deal than Auto Trader. You want to, because you have to, at the end of the day, you want to fix this car. So you'd need to change the axles, fix the engine light. You don't know what the engine light issue could be. It's a risk to it. You might even need to change the hood, the front bumper, the wing, Even the door, the thing there, the side skirt, the door. There's a lot of things you might need to change with this specific car. Even the rim might need a refurb, that specific one. Might need an entire front headlight, all of that. And also the engine as well. You have to fix the engine, make it a new rad. There's a lot of potential issues. And bear in mind, it's going for £16,100. I feel like if this guy, whoever's the current bid right now, if they get it for that price, after fees, you're looking at £18,000, £17,000, £18,000. And when it goes for 21, personally, I don't think that's a good deal. The front bumper alone, front bumper, wing, door, side skirt alone, it goes up to 21 grand. All of that, and the engine issue as well. So if I was to look at this car, I'll stay away from just the price alone. If it was like 13 grand, but that's the thing with Copart, people overbid. But this is the car I went ahead and bidded for. It's a Golf MK6 GTI. And I think based on the title, it doesn't even say GTI. So some people might not even think it's a GTI, but it's a GTI 2-litre. It's a manual. The DSGs have a dry clutch at this era, which have issues. So I would stay away from DSGs in this year. But it's a GTI and it has fairly low mileage for the year. So this seemed like a good deal at the time. And from the pictures, the main issue was this door. So this door needed replacement and a bit under the door as well, so under the sill. But apart from that, it looks perfect. Like I don't see any other issues. There's an X as well as a pure sale, and obviously the lot is sold because I bought it. Estimated retail is seeing £5,825, and I got this for a lot less. I paid so the final bid was £1,650. Sorry, no, £2,650. Sorry, £2,650. After fees, I paid £3,250. So to me, that seemed like a good deal. Half the price, and there's no engine issues. It runs and drives. Cat S, only issues Cat S, but it runs and drives. It's a low mileage GTI, which is hard to find in this age where all these GTI Mark 6s are high mileage, the 160k, 1,000 miles, 110k, all of them above 100k. Anything below 90k goes for 5, 6, 7 grand, especially the 4-door. The 4-door's the rare one here. But yeah, I want to continue the video, but that's how I found this car. All right, guys, we picked up the car. This is the car here. Like, if you want to see the damage, that's the damage right there. As you can see, it's probably been like scraped, hit, whatever. I'm guessing someone just like sideswiped it over here. The doors are a bit stiff, but I think they're loosening up a bit. Like, I don't see any damage where, you know, inside the chassis part. So not really any structural damage, even though it's a Cat S. It's not looking bad. Obviously over here, it's a bit inside, like pushing him. But yeah, like, it's looking good. Like, honestly, so what I bought this car for was, I bought it for £2,650, £3,200 after fees. It's a Golf GTI Mark 6, so it's really similar to my old car, but it's got a 2-litre engine with a 6-speed manual. It's got the old rims, so what's going to happen is you're not going to see in the next video, changing the headlights, the grille, the rims from my old Mark 6, the rear lights, what else? Going on the inside, it's kind of dirty, but it's what expected. There's not much big changes here. There's, you know, you got the gear stick, I guess, the auto climate, which is a big feature in my opinion. You know, you just set at 1 degree, so like 22 degrees, stays at the level, doesn't overheat your car or whatever. Like, you don't feel too hot, you don't have to keep turning on and off. Really, it's like the switches are like chrome and all of that. It's kind of very similar. I've also got buttons on my steering wheel this time. It's got a whole different system on the dash. And I'll be honest here, for £3,300, I grabbed myself a bargain. The mileage is 77,250 miles basically. So if you want to hear,
Let me just show you guys what it sounds like. So yeah, I think it's got a back box delete. Look, can you see? Yeah, so it's got a back box delete, and I'll be honest, I'm gonna pop the hood here. I'm just gonna show you what I found. So it seems like someone's put some APR in it. So I'm not sure what that is. Let me know if you guys do. Some APR hose, I guess. That looks like a new hose to me. The intake is original stock. But yeah. So really, to fix this car, all we have to do is fix these two doors. Change the doors for new ones, get the same paint code. And we're good to go. But I feel like I want to drive like this for a while. Bear in mind, this car, non-Cat S, is worth 7 grand for this mileage. 5 doors, not 3 doors. 3 doors are easy to get. 3 doors are cheaper, in fact. 5 doors are harder to get. So basically, I grabbed myself by. I got really lucky as well that there's no like extra issues. But yeah, I'm gonna put this on a ramp soon. Check if everything's all good. And yeah, that's it. I'm stopped at a service station now. But yeah, it's all looking good for now. But yeah, it's got a back box delete, ready installed, got APR something in the engine. I was gonna do an APR intake anyways, so, but I don't know whether to do a catback exhaust or keep this back box delete. I want to do a straight pipe to a catback, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there. I can't lie to you, like. But yeah, it's just all feeling good. The only issues are on the dash. We're getting some. As it pops up, I don't think it would open. Let me close the door. See, look, we're getting some errors here. So check fog light, check right side signal, and I was getting another one with my brake calipers, my brakes. Yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna update you guys later on. All right, guys. So I got the GTI on the ramp. Just gonna show you how it looked like before. So that's the suspension. It's kind of rotted away, as you can see. These are the old rims, curved a bit. Same on the other side, really. Rotted suspension, curved rims, and you can see like the arms are all rotted away. So eventually, that's what's gonna have to get changed, really. As you can see, it's got a custom exhaust. So I didn't put this on myself, it just came like that. As you can see, the arms are all rotting away. It's gonna have to be changed eventually. Even the boot, I think it's rotten. But yeah, so a lot of this might have to be changed eventually, but for now, this is it on the ramp. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna change the headlights, the rear lights, and the front calipers to my upgraded ones from my Golf. And yeah. All right, guys, I've got a big update. So basically, since the last clip, I've brought the car home, obviously put on a ramp. It's got a lot of rust underneath. But we have now, so I've added this little piece. That's the only thing on the interior. I cleaned up the interior a bit, so it's not as dirty. What else? So I've put the rear lights on. It still needs to be wired though. As you can see, it's not being wired properly. So only the outside lights work. So if I look, can you see, it's just the outside lights. And then the front lights work as well. Got to change the front lights to and the grille as well, as you can see. And yeah, and the only issue I've faced, let me just show you. Right, so that's so it comes off with the brake fault, and obviously I need to service the car still. And that's for the inside lights of the rear that I need to wire up. But obviously you have to put it through a grommet. It's kind of long. And I got a reverse camera at home, damaged since I bought it on AliExpress. Might do a video on that as well. But yeah, it needs to be serviced. And so this fault is an ABS module fault. So what that basically is, we've got ABS pump for the brakes, and then the ABS pump has a module connected to it. So I thought originally, oh, it might be just be the ABS pump. So I bought another pump similar, like same model. The last 2 letters were a bit off, but it would fit. Same thing happened again. It's the module, and obviously I used the module from the one I bought for the pump, and obviously the coding was just hard to do because they had extra like bites to add on to the end, and it wasn't compatible with this car. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sort that out. That'll probably cost a few £100. But yeah, that's all. It's been driving well. It needs to have a stage 2. I got an intake or downpipe for it, and yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy. Spent 3.3k altogether with this car, but there's a few things that need to be done. Probably another grand needs to be spent on it for it to be really good. Obviously want to do all shock springs, suspensions, whatnot, to get this back to par. But it's low mileage, engine runs perfectly every time. As you can hear, that was a cold start. And yeah, that's all for today.